Hi guys, hope you're all well. Think Fitness Guy, fit at 40, push yourself to success. It's Friday the 30th of April, back on the push-ups today. I'm going to be doing 720 in total, 36 sets of 20, so let's get cracking with that. Yeah, I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone who's continuing to follow my journey, continuing to watch the training workouts. You know, this is the kind of unseen part of, you know, people's training regimes, what people don't normally see. So it's good to be able to get this kind of out there. Obviously, it's been a few days since I did my last video. I've had 2 days where I haven't done a video. I've been doing my other training in between, so you know, as I say, I'm not in a strict regime at the moment. I'm just doing enough training a week and building myself up to where I need to be. So I haven't got to strictly stick to this and that. So as long as I'm in good shape, that's all that kind of matters really. Just in case there's any new viewers to the channel, what I'm doing basically is training before my challenge next year, from the 1st of January 2022. One day I'll be doing 1,000 push-ups, the next day 1,000 pulls on my parallel bars, continuing that process every day for a whole year. No rest days, no recovery days, you know, pure training every single day for a whole year. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, so that's what I'm working for, building my body up for that process. So yeah, today I just want to talk a little bit about hard work. You know, no matter what you do, if something's kind of worthwhile, it's going to be hard. In challenges such as what I'm doing, or just in life in general, you know. You know, obviously, just on a kind of day-to-day basis, life is very hard. You know, during your days, your weeks of the year, you're going to encounter problems, and every day can bring something different and something challenging for you, whether it's mentally, physically, or something else. And these things are going to come all the time, and you know, it's hard work. Everything is hard work, no matter what you do. But obviously, there's certain things you can do which are harder than others, you know. Um, you know, and nothing worthwhile doing is going to be easy. You know, if things were easy, everybody will be doing it. Everybody would be succeeding at it, and it'd just be a kind of normal daily thing, a daily process. What would be occurring all the time. You know, so from a training perspective, every workout you do, you could classify it as hard work. I mean, for me personally, it doesn't feel like I'm actually working because I'm loving what I'm doing. So it doesn't feel like hard work is what I'd class as hard, you know, in the sense of hard for me to make myself want to do it. I mean, it's hard, obviously, from the repetition point of view. It's hard it's hard to actually do the repetitions, do the sets, do the workouts, but getting motivated for it isn't hard for me. So I think everything has got its own kind of reason for being hard, if you know what I mean. It's kind of, there's things that are more difficult than others in different kind of ways. And you know, I found it all my life and things I've done, and not necessarily training either, just kind of, if I've been in places of work or you know, as a kid at school on the sports field, you know, you'd say, for example, you'd have PE, you'd have a game of football, you'd have your lads there who would just kind of go through the process. They'd kind of see it as a rest from lessons. They'd see it as a chance to just walk around the field a bit, have a chat. They wouldn't be interested in the game. And then you've got the lads who were the total opposite to that, you know. You know, they'd come on the pitch, they'd work as hard as they could, they'd run as fast as they could, they'd obviously try to score goals, try and win the games, and that would be, they get themselves really hyped up for it and give it 100% every single PE lesson, and you know, that's the difference there in the hard work, because to the person who wasn't really interested, it was hard work for them to get motivated, but the person who loves it, as I say, would be running his socks off and sweating, and the lads who weren't in that position would think, you know, what's he doing that for? Because it's hard work, but obviously he loved doing it. So that's the difference. What I'm trying to say, you know, it's and that difference is massive. You know, you can't underestimate that difference in mindset, because that is honestly, I'd say about 70-80% of what you're trying to do. As I say, most things are hard. You've got to get that into your head that nothing's easy. Nothing's going to come easy to you. You're going to have to sacrifice things. You're going to have to put your body, put your mind through certain things to get where you want to be. But if you can get that into your mind and change your mindset to want to do it, then, as I say, that hard work will be something you want to do, rather than actually focusing on it as hard, you know. I mean, I've had a number of jobs over the years. I've done a lot of different things, but particularly from when I was like, probably 20, 22, I've taken a lot of pride in the work jobs I've done, and I've always kind of, even when I was working for other people and things, it wasn't my, I didn't have to do as good a job as I did, to be honest, but it gave me that kind of pride, and I know it was done right, and I've done it consistently, done it well, and that builds up then in other aspects of your life. And it definitely, as I say, it kind of builds patterns in your life. Then you're getting into the routine of doing things correctly, doing things on a proper level, and if you can put that into kind of mundane things what really don't mean much to you, then things that mean a lot to you, you're just going to skyrocket upwards, because you're going to be in that position mentally where you're going to go in and give it 100% all the time. And you've got to just keep going and do the best you can, really. I mean, for me, I understand it is a mental battle. A lot of it is, you've got to, there'll be that temptation to say, well, why should I work this hard if I don't have to, or just take it easy today, and there's always that constant battle going on, and if you can get into the habit of breaking that, then you're only going to be more successful at what you do. So it's a good habit to get into if you can. And it's like with this thing I'm doing now, I mean, the people I kind of see on a daily basis or a weekly basis, when they see me, they're expecting me to be kind of I wouldn't say down, but kind of in a, thinking I'm going to be in a struggling position, or very tired, or mentally drained, feeling pressure, stress. But honestly, for me, it's the total opposite of that. I don't feel any pressure whatsoever. Feel no stress whatsoever. I feel just the opposite, in fact. And I feel total enjoyment and happiness from what I'm doing. For me, there is no pressure at all. I mean, I'm 100% confident I can do the challenge. If I'm fit, if I'm able, I'll do it. The only thing that'll stop me is injury, and that is out of my control in a way. Things happen to people that you can't do much about. So there's no pressure on me in the sense of my challenge. I'm seeing every day, even the training process. Every day I do it, every workout as an enjoyment for me. It's a place, it's my time, to do what I love doing. So there's no pressure at all for me there, honestly. And I'll never have a sense of letting anybody down or anything like that, letting myself down, because I know that won't happen. I know I'm not just going to give up. I won't just stop because I'm tired, or because I've had a hard day, or because something's happened. I'll only stop because of injury. So I'll obviously be bitterly disappointed if something does happen to me, but again, there's some things you can't control, and I'm hoping to stay injury free now for the next year and a half while I get in shape for the challenge and do the challenge, and hope everything goes well in my training and my life. So I'm in prime position for get the challenge cracked off. And it's like now when I have my rest days, I say rest days, they aren't really rest days because I'm doing all the training, but when I have my days off, my pushes and pulls, I don't worry about it because I'm not in a strict training regime at the moment. So it's something that, as I say, I'm training 7 days, 6-7 days a week now, doing other things anyway. So I'm keeping my body in good stamina, good condition, good endurance, ready for what comes next year. So I'm really enjoying the kind of freedom I've got at the moment, because one of the toughest things next year is going to be the routine of day in, day out, with no rest, no breaks, no recovery, and obviously dropping down my other training, what I'm doing now as well, to make sure we focus 100% on the challenge. So this this training schedule now over the next 7-8 months is something I'm enjoying the freedom of doing a lot of different workouts now. Obviously the bar pulls and my push-ups have become already are probably the top of my training regime at the moment. You know, they are something I've obviously focused on, even to do it, you know, roughly kind of every other day is a massive sacrifice to my other training. It's something I've had to obviously find time to do. I've slotted it in, made sure I'm giving priority to this, getting my body ready, but as I say, at the same time I'm enjoying my other training, you know, in between, and I think that's setting me up on a good level, you know, because I was going to just train my pushes and pulls really for the rest of this year, but you know, I had some people advise me against it, and I think they've made the right choice for me there and helped me and advised me well, and obviously, you know, keep doing what I'm kind of doing at the moment. Because, you know, I think they said, and I've sort of felt myself as well over the last month, that I don't want to peak too early. I don't want to do things too early, you know, even with actually advertising and things and getting it out there. I'm not doing that early. I'm not going to do that till probably September time, because, you know, they're so long, so far away, and you know, I want it to be kind of fresh when it goes out there, but obviously also people can look back if they want and see me training schedule, my training regime, my training workouts. Yeah, I just keep stretching off as I'm going today. But some days you'll be a little bit more achy than others, you know. Obviously this week, last night, I was doing some kind of shadow boxing and things, and hitting a bag, and did a few weights as well, so I'm a little bit achy today from that, but you know, as I say, you've just got to adapt to them things and plod on and get through it. Been a funny day today. It's been warm, it's been cold, it's been wet, it's been dry. There's been a bit of everything today, and it's you know, kind of throws you off guard a little bit sometimes, but just got to crack on and do what you've got to do. So yeah, I'm really up to some good numbers now on my pushes and pulls, so I'm hoping to throw a bar pull in tomorrow. Actually, I want to try and get back to that workout then, so hopefully I'll do my bar pulls tomorrow. You know, even though, as I say, I'm not in a strict schedule, I'll get kind of feelings in my mind and in my body saying, you know, oh, you know, try to do this today, you might benefit from this. So I do like to kind of listen to what my body's kind of telling me, really. I mean, you know, it's kind of like when you start a job for the first time. You know, most of the time you'll go into that job not knowing what all the things you've got to do that day, all the things you've got to get used to doing, how hard it's going to be. You know, you might have a rough idea, you might know some things what you're going to be doing, you might have had experience in some things you're doing, but every place you work is different and things will be slightly different at some places than others, so you won't 100% know what's going to happen. So obviously you'll go on your first day, you'll do what you've got to do, go back the next day, do it again, and continue that process. Each day you're building your body up, getting used to what you've got to do each day, and obviously, you know, the repetitiveness of what you're doing is obviously working on your mind and on your body. And that's similar to this, you know, I'm going into my challenge next year with a level of experience, of training, of an experience of building my body up over the years, knowing what I'm capable of, and what I know I can do, even though I might not have done it before. You know, I know my own body and what I'm capable of doing and where I'm capable of going, so using it against that kind of thought process, that if I'm up to huge amounts of reps with my pushes and pulls and I'm in good condition, then obviously the adaptation of the 1,000 reps a day will come as I go. Each day I do it, I'll adapt more, I'll get used to it, I'll be programmed into my routine, programmed into my thought, and it'll just become another daily process of what I've got to do. And you know, you can often, if you look back at things such as, you know, if you actually stopped and analysed what you do over a day or over a month or even over a year, you'd think, bloody hell. You know, some people who kind of do jobs or something where they walk 10,000-15,000 steps a day, you know, without even realising what they're doing. If you actually sat down and thought, hold on, I've just done 100,000 steps this week, and you multiply that over a year and you think of the actual number, it's absolutely phenomenal. But you don't kind of, in a way, you don't even think about that unless you're actually monitoring your step count. You just get on with what you're doing on a daily basis. You go about your daily routine, doing them steps as part of what you're doing. And then, you know, it's, as I say, when you actually look at the numbers, you can think, bloody hell, that's actually incredible. And you know, sometimes you miss things like that, where you'd really doing something special every day, and you know, you might not even realise what you're doing, and you've got to sometimes take a step back and analyse things, and you know, actually give yourself a pat on the back and realise what you're actually achieving every single day without even knowing it sometimes. You know, it's not the big things that sometimes, you know, people will see a big change in someone, or they'll see a big difference in somebody who they haven't seen for a few weeks, a few months or whatever, but a few years maybe. But over a daily basis, it's a very small things that go almost unnoticeable, really, that can mean just as much, you know, if not even more sometimes. So you know, I've had some really nice compliments off people who've seen me and that, and saying, you know, I'm looking in good shape, I'm looking strong, looking fit, which is really nice. And you know, on a daily basis, some things you kind of don't see yourself sometimes, and obviously I'm feeling things now, that I'm feeling my body changing as I'm doing this training now. I think because I'm kind of set in a routine with it now, my body is kind of knowing what's happening now, and it's almost feeling as though it's starting to want to grow. You know, I think it was a bit shocked at what was happening, to be honest, but now it's really wanting to feel the benefits from it, and it's adapting obviously to what's happening to it. Yeah, it's obviously days when you feel a bit stiff, you just gotta make sure you're stretching off a little bit more than you would normally. Obviously, just my body is a bit more achy today, as I say, from doing my other training last night. So just making sure I'm keeping loose, not letting my body kind of seize on me as I'm going. That's 30 sets done there, guys. Another 6 to go. Yeah, with my pushes now, I'm not going to be going below 700. You know, I'm keeping it above that now every push-up workout I do, building the consistency, building the repetition, strengthening my muscles, my tendons, my ligaments, and and just, you know, staying at that point I've progressed to really, and as I say, just gradually increasing workouts over the weeks and months as and when I need to. So, but I think that benchmark of around not going below 700 on my pushes, and I want to get up above kind of 650. I want to get up to the 700 mark on my pulls really by the end of May, and then not go below that. So I want to consistently build then between the 7 and 8 mark on them as well. And yeah, as I say, it's difficult not to want to do too much too early really, and do too much too soon. It's pointless. I don't want to get to a point where I'm doing unnecessary reps, unnecessary workouts that aren't benefiting me. In actual fact, are probably hindering what I'm doing. So for me, it's about getting that balance right, finding the place where I'm comfortable at, where I'm good at, a place that's benefiting me every workout I do. So that's what I'm kind of trying to achieve at the moment. Just have a little stretch off there. Again, you've got to listen to your body as you're training. You know, if you need, take a minute, adjust your position, relax, have a little stretch off. Anything, what your body's kind of telling you to do, your mind's telling you, listen to it, take the advice, and just do what you think you've got to do at that point in time. You know, nothing's wrong, nothing's got to be a set way all the time. You can adjust, you can experiment, you know. There's a lot of different things you can do to learn and adapt. And obviously improve yourself as you're going along really as well. Obviously next year it'll be different because I'll be doing that same thing day in day out, so same reps, same sets, same workouts, so everything will be set in stone then for a solid year. So that's why I'm making the most of the process now, enjoying it, enjoying mixing things up and doing my other training, and just taking it, you know, not too seriously, not taking it serious, but not to the point where I'm getting any pressure or stress from it, you know. and I'm enjoying the process of filming my workouts, to be honest, because I've never done it before. You know, it's something new to me, and until my phone packed up a few weeks ago on a couple of my videos, I didn't realise how important it was for me to actually be filming myself, you know, because it gives me that focus, it gives me that goal to achieve every day, and it gives me that thing of knowing that it's done. I've showed you what I've done and completed the process, and even though I do, you know, waffle on sometimes, but I really enjoy talking to the camera and trying to give bits of advice as I go along and that. So it's really enjoyable process for me at the moment, you know. And on to my last set now, guys. That'll be 720 in total. Another successful workout done. Obviously it's the last day of the month today. We're into a new month again tomorrow. Gone so quick again this month's just flown by. And the months will continue doing that, and before you know it, Christmas will be here, and I'll be ready to go on my challenge. So you know, I know it seems a long way away, yeah, but it's going to go that quick, and before you know it, it'll be the day of starting. So there we go, guys. 36 sets, 720 reps in total. Quick look at the time. About 42 minutes there. Really good time. Really pleased with the time. Really happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed the video again, guys. Really enjoyed it today. Enjoying the process. Thank you for everyone who's watching, taking time out of the lives to follow the journey. Thanks to everyone who's spreading the word and you know, telling friends and family. It really means a lot to me, and really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you soon for the next video. Take care.